Welcome back. In the last video, we filled out or started to fill out our Food Vision Big demo folder with an example image and our pre-trained model. So let's not stop there. Let's create a list or a text file with all of the class names. So why are we doing this? Well, we don't necessarily have to. We could just import this list straight into app.py, which is similar to what we did for our Food Vision Mini. So I'm just going to write this down. I want to go class names. You might have already done this, class names.txt. So I'll write, let's save all of the Food 101 class names to a .txt file so we can import them and use them in our app. So if we go back up to what we did for Food Vision Mini for app.py, we just set up the class names within app.py as a list. But because we have 101 different class names, that might be a bit cumbersome to have a list with 101 different objects within this file. So this is just out of not necessity, but rather neatness. So let's check out the first 10 Food 101 class names. And of course, Python is quite quick at reading text files, so it won't really have any performance issues with our app. So there we go, the first 10. So how can we save this to a text file where we want our text file to have one line per class name? So I reckon we can give it a shot with, first we'll create a path. So create path to Food 101 class names. And then we want to go Food Vision Big, and then class names path equals Food Vision Big demo path slash class names. We'll keep it nice and simple. We could do it Food 101 class names.txt, but that'll do. And then I'll just get this. We'll check out that. Beautiful. So this is where we want save our class names. We want a text file with all of these in it over here. Now let's go write Food 101 or class names to text file. So we can go with open. We're going to open Food Vision Big. I think I've still got it in the clipboard. Yeah, we're going to open this path as a write. So we want to use the write permission for W for write, as F for alias for file. And then I'm going to print here a little info tag, info, saving Food 101 class names to just this file name. Beautiful. And then we can go f.write, so file.write, and then I'm going to use a new line. So a new line, so we want to go apple pie, new line, baby back ribs, new line, baklava. We'll see what this looks like in a second. Then I'm going to use the join string method, and then it's going to join everything in Food 101 class names. And hopefully this looks like what we want. New line per class name. That's the new line Python string symbol, by the way. Let's run that. Beautiful. Let's see how this looks. There we go. There's our class names.txt. Exactly what we wanted. Wonderful. So this is just a simple file that we can now import into our app.py later on. So let's actually try that out to see how it works. Open Food 101 class names file and read each line into a list. So what we just did was we saved them to a text file. Now we want to do the reverse. See if we can read the text file back into a list like this. So how about we go with open, and we want to open our Food Vision Big class names path, but this time we'll have a different permission. This is going to be the permission as R for read. We'll still read it in as F, short for file, and then we'll go Food 101 class names loaded. So this is similar name to this list, but this is the original list. We're just creating this loaded version to know that this is the one that we've loaded in. And we're going to use a list comprehension here. We'll use food.strip. So .strip, what does it do? Let's look it up. Python strip. So remove spaces at the beginning and at the end of each string. Now, why do we want to do this? Well, because if we go back here, we've got classnames.txt. If we read this in, this is actually, new line is equivalent of having like space afterwards. So how about we just do it without strip first and see what it looks like. So food for food in f.readLines. And so read lines is Python read lines. What does it do? Return all lines in the file as a list where each line is an item in the list object. Beautiful. That's exactly what we want. So we'll go back to here. Let's see what this looks like, hey? Food 101, class names loaded. Yeah. So this is what I meant by, if we read this in line by line, because we've got new lines between each of these, it comes in like this, /n, which stands for new line, which is sort of like a space. So that's why we call .strip here, and then we read it in. Beautiful. So now we've got a way to go from our class names, which of course we got this from our Torch Vision dataset, and then we save it to a text file here, and now we can read it back in as a list with the code here. So that's what we'll be doing in our app.py when we do that. But before we get to app.py, our next step is to, what do we need now? So we've done this, we've done examples, we've done our model. Let's do model.py, or sorry, our saved model that is. Let's do model.py, hey? And we've already done this in Food Vision Mini. So you might want to jump ahead and give it a shot yourself. Otherwise, let's do it together in the next video. I'll see you there.